2024 and remains an active member of the AAOU, the International Council for Open and Distance Education, the International Digital Education Conference Consortium, the Open University 5 Research Group, the Philippine Society for Distance Learning, and the Consortium of Distance Education Providers in the Philippines. Through its memberships and various partnerships, UPOU has championed education as a tool for social transformation, a leadership role recognized locally across the ASEAN region and beyond. Guided by the vision of Chancellor Joanne V. Serrano, UPOU aspires to be a transformative, people-centered university of the future, anchored on the pillars of sustainability and resilience, innovation, continuous learning, and well-being. In this vision, students and learners are at the core as partners and co-creators in shaping education for national development and global relevance. Today, as knowledge continues to evolve and educational landscapes shift, UPOU remains steadfast in its mission to break barriers, transcend borders, and co-create knowledge for the Filipino learner. We will continue to reimagine education, not just to keep up with the times, but to lead the way in building a more informed, empowered, and inclusive society. Welcome to UPOU, where learning knows no boundaries, and lifelong learning belongs to every Filipino and to all.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Faculty of Information and Communication Studies Student Orientation 2025 for the Trimestral programs. My name is Mary, and I will be your MC for today. This year's orientation takes a hybrid format. We have our on-site participants here at the Centennial Center for Digital Learning Auditorium and online via Zoom. For those joining online, please include your program name, whether it's AADDA, ASIT, or BAMs with your proper Zoom name. If you have any questions or concerns during the orientation, you may raise them during the open forum. Online participants may drop them in the Q&A comment box, or you can also raise your Zoom hand later during the open forum. On-site participants may simply raise their hands to be recognized, and a FICS faculty or FICS staff will assist you. We'd also like to remind everyone that if you participate later in the open forum, you are also giving FICS your consent to have your name, video, and audio recorded. This is in compliance with the Data Privacy Act. Now that we've made that clear, let's move on to our program proper. Welcome to our new e-Scholar ng Bayan. We are beyond excited to kick off the new academic year. To all our new students from near or far, across the country or across the world, you're now part of this amazing community, and we can't wait to see the energy and ideas you will bring. May I request for the Zoom participants to comment where you're coming from? Ayan, so that we would get to know each other. And of course, earlier here for the on-site participants, they were able to network and get to know their batchmates. Now, to our online participants, feel free to comment in the chat box and let us know where you're joining. To our on-site participants, ayan, iparamdam nyo naman sa amin ang energy nyo. Ayan. Again, isang bagsak or isang palakpak para sa hapon na to. Ayan. Ayan, ang dami. Ayan. So I can feel the enthusiasm. So before we dive into the specifics, let us first introduce you to your training ground in the upcoming semesters ahead. You are here in FICS, one of the 3 faculties of study of the University of the Philippines, Open University.
The other faculties of study are the Faculty of Education, FED, and the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, FMDS. During the early years of UPOU, there was a combined Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities and the Faculty of Science and Technology. By 2004, it had evolved into FICS and was organized to be one of the degree-granting units of UPOU. Currently, FICS offers 7 programs, 3 of which are trimestral programs composed of 2 associate degrees. This is where you guys belong. The Associate of Arts in Digital Design and Art, AADDA, and Associate of Science and Information Technology, ASIT. We also have 1 baccalaureate program, the Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Studies. Can I see who belongs to AADDA right now, especially those on site? Yan, AADDA, ASIT, BAMS. All right, so mostly from the BAMS program. All right, I guess we are getting reacts also, so some are joining again online. So FICS also has 4 semestral programs, 1 diploma program, the Diploma in Computer Science, 2 masteral programs, Master of Information Systems, and the Master of Development Communication, and a doctoral program, the Doctor of Communication. Now, it is my honor and pride to introduce to you the faces behind FICS, starting with our faculty members. We are proud to share that a number of them
for us to recognize you. So again, to start off, we have Dr. Roberto B. Figueroa Jr., the Dean of FICS. Our Faculty Secretary, Assistant Professor Margaret J. Suarez. Professor Jean A. Saludades, the Program Chair for Doctor of Communication, who currently also serves as the Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration. Dr. Myra C. Almodiel, Master of Development Communication Program Chair and Assistant to the FICS Dean. Dr. Ria May H. Borromeo, Master of Information Systems
Program Chair. Can we give everyone a round of applause? Okay, thanks. Yeah. Assistant Professor Al Francis D. Librero, the Program Chair for the Diploma in Computer Science. Dr. Benigno B. Agapito Jr., Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Studies, Program Chair, and Center for Open and Distance Teaching and Learning, Deputy Director for Educational Media Production. We also have Dr. Reynold Adrian D. Pugoy, Associate of Science and Information Technology Program Chair, and currently the UPOU Information and Communication Technology Director. Dr. Shari Eunice T. San Pablo, Associate of Arts in Digital Design and Art Program Chair, and Chair of the UPOU Committee on Culture and Arts.
We also have Professor Melinda D.P. Bandelaria, our former Chancellor. Professor Diego
Esmaranan, former Dean of FICS and also the current Deputy Director for Research of the UP Intelligence Systems Center. Assistant Professor Emily M. Amoloza, former BAMS Program Chair. Assistant Professor Cecil A. Moldes. Assistant Professor Luisa A. Helisan, our former University Registrar. Assistant Professor Marie Angeli L. Crisanto. Assistant Professor Joyce May M. Vega, our former Faculty Secretary. Assistant Professor Rhoda L. Tajon, the current Director of the Office of Student Affairs. Assistant Professor Shira
F. Tanay. Assistant Professor Ruth B. Rodriguez. Yours truly, Assistant Professor Mary Christine D. Clarino.
Assistant Professor Maria Alicia Sarmiento. Assistant Professor Lay Christopher Lactuan. Assistant Professor Raz de la Torre. Assistant Professor Katrina Joy M. Abriol Santos. And Assistant Professor Blanca Flor P. Arada, who is also current University Registrar. We also have two Professors Emeriti, Dr. Grace J. Alfonso, the third
UPOU Chancellor, and Dr. Alexander G. Flor, former Dean of FICS. Faculty members from the other UPOU faculties of studies also share their expertise at FICS, including the current Chancellor, Professor Joan Serrano, Office of Public Affairs Director, Professor Primo Garcia, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Professor Aurora Lacaste, Office of Gender Concerns Director, Dr. Maria Lourdes Jarabe. We also have Assistant Prof. Joel De Castro, Vinta Coordinator at UPOU, Assistant Prof. Lorena Jean Saludades. Professor Ricardo Bagarinao, Professor Sheila R. Bonito, and CODTEL Deputy Director for Open and Digital Learning Research, Dr. Juliet Aleta Villanueva. And then, we also have our affiliate faculty from other UP campuses who work with us and strengthen our academic community. We have Dr. Shirley B. Hamias from UP Los Baños, Dr. Arminda V. Santiago from UP Diliman, Dr. Edmund G. Centeno from UP Los Baños, Dr. John N. Ponsaran from UP Manila, and Assistant Prof. Esram J. L. Santillan from UP Cebu. We also have our pool of lecturers, which includes part-time professorial and senior lecturers. We have Dr. Melinda F. Lumanta, Ambassador Elizabeth P. Buenceseso, Mr. Juan Miguel Carlos V. Abriol Santos, Dr. John Francis Fosterilla Jr., Mr. Gerardo G. Ravasco, Mr. Jack Kumi, Ms. Catherine K. Esteves, Mr. Paulo Lorenzo Vega, Ms. Eliza Regine Miranda Claridad, Dr. Rose Angela Ann D. Salaya, Dr. Vladimir Y. Mariano, Mr. Kenichiro Kurusu, Attorney Simon Peter Zagado, and Ms. Anne Christine Medina. Now, for our adjunct faculty who contribute their expertise to our program, we have Dr. David Dayagata, Dr. Rojon Ramirez, Dr. Catalina Duran, Mr. Rolson Hernandez, and Dr. Benjamina Paula G. Flor. Here are our tutors who support the faculties in charge in class management. Ms. Jessa G. Perez, Mr. Joshua Sayan Gabriel Camporedondo, Ms. Maria Andrea Bodaño, at the back, Ms. Christine Faye Pesimo, here at the side, Ms. Anna Marie Duria, Ms. Anne Christine O. Medina, Ms. Daniel M. Amoloza, Ms. Gianelle M. Amoloza, Mr. Kurt B. Molina, Ms. Shane S. Tabakilde, Mr. Jerome Supplemento II, Ms. Marinella S. Hernandez. We'd also like to introduce our research extension and professional staff, or reps. They play an important role in advancing the research and extension agenda of FICS and UPOU as a whole. With them is our administrative staff who provide the day-to-day administrative and logical support that helps both our faculty and you guys, our students. So Ms. Jessa Perez, Ms. Imelda Valera, Ms. Joy Abigail Rebulanan, Ms. Gemma Culyat, here at the side, Ms. Jennifer Pareja, Ms. Rachel Bautista Tayo, and Sir Jimmy Fermin. FICS is likewise supported by our research associates and project staff who work with us on research and public service projects. They provide support in various aspects of our student life. Ms. Maria Andrea Bodaño, Ms. Angeline Fortes, Mr. John Alain Orbe, Ms. Christine Faye Pesimo, Mr. Jerome Supplemento II, Ms. Cristela Tambal. Now, these are the dedicated people who make FICS what it is today. So most likely, we will be encountering these set of people as you continue your academic journey. At the core of our faculty is a leader who brings wisdom, dedication, and vision. Please join us in welcoming our Dean, Dr. Roberto B. Figueroa Jr. Dean Rob is a pioneering, forward-thinking, and innovative academic leader. He is also a dedicated researcher and a global collaborator. His research and leadership focus on expanding access to education and fostering global collaboration through immersive technologies, digital humanities, and intercultural communication. Beyond his professional achievements, he is admired for his warm, friendly, and vibrant personality, earning the respect and genuine regard for both the colleagues and students. To all our new students, our faculty and guests, may I present to you our Dean, Dr. Roberto B. Figueroa Jr.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Mary. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Kanina pinapalakpakan po natin ang aming faculty and staff. Pero wag po natin kalimutan na palakpakan ng ating mga sarili, ang mga estudyante, no? Ang mga bagong estudyante namin at ang mga magulang na syempre nagpalaki sa inyo. Bakit? Kasi hindi po madaling makapasok sa UP. Actually, it's just around 10%. No? 10% of all who took the UPCAT will be able to get into the university. So you have to be confident and proud that you are a member of this institution. Palakpakan po natin ang ating mga sarili. Ayan. Again, we would like to recognize the parents who are in the hall. Salamat po sa pagsama sa inyong mga anak. Welcome po sa UPOU at sa FICS. Choosing UPOU means embracing a learning environment that is open, flexible, and forward-looking. At FICS, our programs are designed to prepare you for the challenges and opportunities of today's digital age. Each program has its unique strength. So ulitin ko lang mag-roll call kasi baka kanina hindi lang nakapagtaas ng kamay yung ating mga kasamahan. Ano? Unahin natin yung ASIT. So ASIT ang acronym nun. Associate of Science in Information Technology. Pwede po bang tumayo ang mga taga-ASIT? Meron ba? Sa Zoom, meron po ba? Pwede pong ayan. Palakpakan po natin ang ating mga ASIT students. Isa lang, isa pa lang. Ayan, dumami na sila. Okay. And then we also have yung pangalawa, paano ba natin ipopronounce yung acronym nito? Ito po ay AADDA. AADDA ang tawag namin sa kanila. The Associate of Arts in Digital Design and Art. Nasaan ang mga taga-AADDA dito sa hall? Meron ba? Wala? Okay, sa Zoom. Sino? Ayan, palakpakan po natin ang mga taga-AADDA. And last but not least, we also have the Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Studies. Tayo po tayong lahat, mga taga-BAMS. Ayan. Welcome po sa UPOU at sa FICS. Ilan po sa ating mga faculty members ay graduate din ng BAMS. Si Dr. Shari po ay galing din sa BAMS. Pwede na po kayong umupo. Welcome po sa FICS. By joining FICS, you are also stepping into a community of achievers. Our students have won innovative awards. Alam niyo po ba, maraming mga nanalo ng gawad sa natatanging inobasyon. Ilan po doon ay nandoon sa mga booths kanina, no? And some of them are also finalists in international hackathons. Meron pong sumali sa isang hackathon sa Singapore just this month. Ayan. Their achievements are proof that UPOU students are not just keeping pace with change, they're also helping to lead it. Mga change makers po tayo. Naniniwala ba kayo doon? Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, I am a change maker. Ayan. You are also fortunate that aside from opportunities within UPOU, students have been warmly welcomed into clubs and organizations across the UP constituent universities. Kanina nakita niyo yung mga clubs natin, di ba? Dito sa UPOU. Alam niyo ba na bukas din ang ilang organisasyon sa UP Diliman, sa UP Cebu, sa UP Los Baños para i-welcome ang ilan nating mga estudyante. In fact, ilan sa mga sinong nanonood dito ng ano nga ba yung basketball? UAAP. Nakalimutan ko. Sino nanonood ng UAAP dito? Ilan sa mga photographers po doon, official photographers, ay taga-estudyante natin sa BAMS. Okay, so they're members of what we call UP Optics. Optics is open to us. And just recently, dahil mahilig po ako sa sports, sinong naglalaro ng volleyball dito? Wala. Okay, meron kaming nakausap na club sa Diliman. They're also opening their doors to UPOU students who are based in the metro. So kung interesado po kayo, pwede rin po kayong sumali sa kanila. Okay? We also have many university partners abroad who can host student exchanges and internships. Kanina nakita nyo ang chairperson natin, si Miss Jayden Toma Cruz. She's part of the four-man team who went to Chulalongkorn University in Thailand for an internship. And marami po silang nagawa doon. And the project that they did there culminated into their capstone project. Marami pa po tayong mga estudyante sa BAMS na suki ng ating student exchange programs. We are also happy to share that we help operate 2 physical collaboration labs. One here at the headquarters, we call it ISCO Lab, Immersive Science Communication Open Lab. So kung medyo interesado kayo sa VR, AR, pwede po kayong sumali doon. At meron din po sa Bukas Lab. Bukas Lab is more broad. It's broader in terms of the fields. Pwedeng art science, yung mga mahilig sa pag-mix ng sining at ng siyensya, pwede po kayong makipag-collaborate sa amin doon. Your journey will not always be easy. Online learning requires discipline, focus, and self-direction. But it also offers freedom, flexibility, and countless opportunities to grow. Kailangan nyo lang pong i-grab yung mga opportunities na yon. I encourage you to embrace these opportunities, take part in projects, collaborate across disciplines, and explore cutting-edge fields like artificial intelligence, data science, immersive technologies, communication, and art science. These are not just academic topics. They're also tools for building solutions that can transform communities and uplift lives. As you go forward, let the UP motto guide you. Shinare namin yun kanina. Naalala niyo ba kung anong UP motto? Honor, excellence, and service to the nation. Sabay-sabay nga tayo. Honor, excellence, and serve the nation. Huwag niyo po yung kakalimutan. This is not just an ideal, it is a responsibility. May it inspire you to use your talents and knowledge for both personal growth and for the greater good. So once again, welcome po sa inyong lahat sa UPOU. Welcome to FICS. We are excited to see the discoveries that you'll make and the impact that you will bring. Maraming salamat at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you, Dean Ra, for your warm words of welcome to our new students. Very inspiring, no, yung nasabi ni Dean Rob that it's not just important to have honor and excellence, but it's important to pay it forward, to have service to the nation. Now we're moving on to a part you'll find really useful. Student orientations aren't just about meeting the people behind the faculty, it's also about sharing tips and reminders that will help you as you begin your journey. Before we proceed, just a gentle reminder to our online participants that if you have any questions or concerns during the orientations, just drop them in the Q&A comment box. For our on-site attendees, we will have an open forum later after we finish all of the program orientation. Now, to give you the details of the academic requirements and policies, we have with us our Faculty Secretary, Assistant Professor Margaret J. Suarez. Assistant Professor Suarez earned both her bachelor's and master's degrees in development communication from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. She served as a university researcher prior to being a faculty and has contributed to the university's initiatives in academic support, linkages, and international collaborations. Let us all welcome our Faculty Secretary, Assistant Professor Margaret Hermine Suarez.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Mary, for that very warm and thoughtful introduction. Now, yung presentation ko is just a review. Kung nakinig kayo kanina kay Ma'am Blanca, this is just a brief review ng ating mga academic policies and academic information sa universidad. So, if I may start, okay. Can I have my slides, please? Ayan. All right. So these are just tips and reminders for you guys, for you to have a smoother transition at maging successful ODEL completers kayo. It may be AADDA, ASIT, or BAMS. So for admissions, ayan, na bigay na kanina ni Ma'am Roda ito. For admissions, of course, once you submit, once you receive your admission notice and your student number, ang magiging status nyo as a student is either regular, provisional, and probationary. This was explained fully kanina with Ma'am Blanca. So yung regular, it means that you have met all the requirements and your admission requirements are complete. And for provisional naman, it means that you need to submit valid copies of your your documents, your admission documents. And for the probationary, it's usually the program chair who gives this status. If he or she sees something that you need to improve otherwise, for example, yung G1 ninyo or yung other courses that you need to take. Usually binibigay itong provisionary. Parang the program chair wants to see if you will be successful or ma-maintain nyo yung G1 nyo. Usually it's 2.0 and above. So if you have other other information or other things that you need to know, please do email admissions@upou.edu.ph. So mabilis po sumagot ang OUR. It's just that marami lang po talagang nag-i-email. Kasing tangkad po namin ang emails namin. So please be patient. We read your posts, we read your emails. So please give us ample time to answer your questions. Yeah. Next. All right. So just a reminder, this was also mentioned a while ago, that you have to submit your official transcript of records within the year. So it was also emphasized kanina ni Assistant Professor AADDA na if hindi nyo na-submit in 1 year yung inyong documents, baka ma-block or hindi kayo maka-proceed sa inyong enrollment. So it's important you settle everything the first year so you won't be having a hard time towards the end of your program. Okay. So for enrollment, before enrollment, you have to also check your course offering for the term. So how do you check the course offering? Of course, you have to check the website. Or usually, nandyan yan sa website ng OUR. Nakapost naman dyan, na-update naman yung ating course sites. Please do check them religiously kasi minsan nag-a-update tayo, no? Tapos, of course, just a brief reminder, if you would want to seek assistance for financial aid, OSA is here. You can email them at slp@upou.edu.ph. And for other inquiries for your registration at upou.edu.ph. So ito po yung mga underloading, overloading, yan, sila, yung mga change of math. They will be the ones to answer your questions. So, next slide, please. Okay, next slide. All right, so since you are undergraduate students, no, usually ang tanong, am I eligible for tuition fee? Yes, you are. It's for undergraduate students only. But if you are a second degree holder, if you already have a bachelor's degree, I'm afraid you are not eligible na. And of course, if you are a US citizen or other citizen, you hold other citizenship, except you're a Filipino citizen, you're not eligible. So, para lang po sa mga Filipino citizens ito. Okay. Next slide, please. Thank you. Students should finish the program within the expected duration. So, for BAMS, it's usually 4 years, but we still give additional year for you to finish. Pwede pa kayo maging eligible for free tuition fee, but extended lang yon ng 1 year. And for AADDA and ASIT, 2 years plus 1, so that's 3 years. So, we receive a lot of inquiries. What if I am a former student ng UP? My student number is 2006. I'm afraid you are not eligible anymore because the reckoning date is from when the student first enrolled in UP. So, we usually check yung student number ninyo. So, most probably all of you here are 2025, no? So, marami sa inyo dito ang eligible for free tuition fee. All right. So, in computing the free tuition fee eligibility, no, please note that first, courses that have been credited are deducted from the prescribed duration ng program. Second, terms spent on approved LOA, hindi yan included sa computation of residency. And of course, dropping and failed are not factored into the computation ng prescribed study period. So, next slide, please. All right, I would just like to emphasize, no, it's the student's responsibility to keep track of dates and deadlines. This was clearly emphasized kanina ni UR Blanca that please check your academic calendars regularly. At responsibility po natin ito, no, as students to do so. So, next slide. Yan, academic calendar. Yan po ang ating map sa ating buhay estudyante sa ating universidad, no? So, your academic life here in the university shall revolve within 3 systems ng university. Ito yung AIMS, My Portal, and of course, yung present kanina ni Joshua, yung email, no? Yung email access ninyo. These are the main communication channels with the university, and later I will be expounding on each, no? Next. So it is essential to have active accounts for AIMS and My Portal. Magkaiba po yun. Huwag niyo pong kakalimutan ng inyong mga passwords. No? So, in case lang na may questions kayo, you need to contact ICTADO sa techsupport@upou.edu.ph. Pero you were given extensive kanina, no, run through ng mga reminders ng ICTADO. So we're very sure that nagets nyo na to, no? So, all right. So na-mention nga kanina, the UP system provides a UP mail for every student. So it uses Gmail. So na-mention also that you have perks because you have access to Google services. It is usually used to, ang lakas ng ulan. It is usually used to communicate with us, with the official business ng university. So, all right. So, ang learning management system natin is yung My Portal. This is your virtual classroom where you will find, of course, your FIC, your course materials, learning activities, your discussion forums, your exams, and other assignments, no? So, log in regularly to stay updated. So, another system is yung AIMS. Ito po yung ating student portal. This is your main academic hub, no? Your main hub for academic processes. So this is where you can enroll your courses, apply for TOC, request for change of matriculation, course overload, underload. This is where you can view your grades and application for completion and other academic processes that you need. All right. So what if I am a student, I already have units, no, from other universities that I have attended to? Yes, you can transfer your credits. Transferees may have other courses, no, that you have taken sa university ninyo previously. So, of course, you can apply them sa AIMS, and only a limited number of courses can be transferred, only 50% of the total units. For underload, no, for transfer of credits can be credited. So, of course, dapat yung courses na to are deemed equivalent to the courses that we have here, no, currently. So, but if you are from another university that's non-UP, you have taken some units, you are usually required to take the validation exam to transfer these courses. But if you have taken them from UP system for any other CUs, you can apply them, and then this will be reviewed by your program chair, and then by me, and then by the dean. So, medyo yung process na pag-review na yon. Of course, you need to submit your scanned copy of transcript of records, and this will be evaluated, no, kasi we will check these if you really took the courses and if you really passed the courses. Yan, you may apply it through AIMS, ang ating friend. So, next, ang most likely to be approved is yung PE, your NSTP, and your PI 100. But less likely to be approved is yung before ng 12K or yung 2016 na UP GE framework na before ng implementation na yon, no? So, okay. You might be wondering, since you're already in the university, ano po ba ang grading system ng UPOU? So, just like any other CU, so 1 is excellent, then 1.5, 1.25, 1.5, and then, ayan, may 4, meron din tayong 4, meron tayong 5. Ang UPOU lang po ang may EXT. I will explain this in the next few slides, no? So, ano ba ang EXT? Ano ba ang 4.0? So, ang difference ng EXT is that ang EXT is usually you have missing requirements. Usually, pag mabait ang faculty ninyo, binibigyan kayo ng EXT instead na 5. But yung EXT na yon, you have 1 year to complete that, and you have to submit all those requirements that are missing, that you failed to pass, no? You failed to give out to your faculty. And dapat enrolled kayo dun sa trimester or you're enrolled in residency for you to complete yung EXT. You can apply through student portal, and then you should contact your FIC. And then after the EXT, you can earn any numerical grade. So from EXT, it can be 1, any numerical grade, 1, 2, 3, hanggang 5. But when you fail to complete yung course na yon, you need to re-enroll in 1 year. If hindi nyo siya nakumpleto in 1 year, you have to enroll the course. So ang difference lang ng 4 is that when your faculty gave you a 4, in 1 year na hindi nyo siya na-comply, you will be given 5. So, ang advice nga po ni UR, mag-aral na lang tayo para wala na pong EXT and 4. Yan. So, next slide. For dropping naman, there are different status or remarks for drop. Drop LOA is when you have an approved leave. When you file for leave during the trimester, and there's a payment, right? There's a payment for LOA. So when all is pag nakapag-lodge kayo ng application and it was approved, you can be given a grade of drop LOA. Dropped authorized is when you fail to show up. Hindi kayo nagparamdam sa inyong mga faculty, sa inyong mga course facilitators. Yan. Usually, drop you, dinedma nyo ang inyong faculty in charge. Yan. Tapos, yung drop official, you can apply drop to drop a course officially. So, if you have like reasons na medyo I cannot continue na the course, it's really affecting my health already, or it's affecting my work. So yun, usually may mga reasons naman na valid for you to drop the course. And usually we approve this naman if the reasons are valid, no? So lahat ng application nyo, you can apply or lodge it through your student portal. So, ang student portal nyo, ang best friend ninyo if you need to apply for any application like drop, LOA, yan. Okay? Ayan. LOA is when you need to take time out of from your studies for whatever reason. May payment nga po siya ng 150, ano? And then it's valid for 1 year. And you can only have 2 years of LOA, no, maximum for the whole academic stay ninyo sa university. Okay. So, ang AWOL or absence without leave is that if you fail to enroll in any given trimester, except of course sa mid-year sa mga graduate courses, you will be considered AWOL, and your registration privileges will be withheld, and you can no longer enroll. So, pag nag-AWOL po kayo, hindi kayo nakapag-lodge ng application for LOA, you can apply for readmission. Okay. Mamaya, natin to yung readmission. So, MRR muna, next. Yung sa BAMS, this is 6 years plus 1 year extension plus waiver, totaling to 8 years yung inano ni Ma'am Blanca kanina. And for AADDA and ASIT, 3 years, 1 year extension, plus waiver, totaling to minsan to 7 years. No? So next, ano po ba ang MRR? Ang MRR is the maximum residency rule. This means that you should graduate within the MRR, no, or less. Or else you will be no longer be allowed to continue with the program. So for students with meritorious reasons, some are allowed to extend beyond MRR. So hindi naman po kami, magaling naman po mag-intindi ang UPOU. So we know naman that life gets in the way of your studies. So we usually grant this naman, no? Lalo na if you're almost completing your program, we do look at that. If you're almost graduating, we consider those. So yon. All right. So it's usually done by writing a formal letter to the dean through the PC, ano? So everything is endorsed by the PC. So, dapat alam ng PC nyo ang inyong academic life sa program ninyo, no? Okay. Ano ba ang residency? Ba't residence? Okay. Residency, yan. Students enroll in residency when they do not have any courses to take, or you need to complete an EXT. So, you need to apply for residency, ano? For example, na EXT kayo sa huli ninyong course sa MMS 200 when you're writing your special problem na, no, and your EXT. So, you have to apply for residency if you need to complete your EXT. All right. Okay. Next. Honors and awards. Ito, maraming nagtatanong. Meron po ba kayong Latin honors? Yes, for BAMS. For BAMS lang po. Ito yung laude, 1.75 and above. Magna cum laude, 1.45 and above. And then, of course, summa cum laude, 1.20 flat. Hindi po kami ng palugit na may konting na lang, 0.005, ganyan. Hindi po. Pasensya na po. So, all right. Students who are candidates for graduation must have taken the full load for each trimester. However, we do know that some of our students are working naman and have other things to do except being a student here in the university. So we do have, we consider naman there are valid reasons, no, for your underloading. So, 1, health reason. 2, full-time employment. 3, unavailability of courses. And 4, of course, wala nang courses to take. Or you're in your last trimester na yun na lang talaga iti-take mo. So we won't take it against you. Okay? So again, a formal request addressed to our dean is needed for you to write this the letter para to be considered for Latin. Okay. All right. Please be reminded that at least 75% of the total number of academic units should be completed in the university. Kasi since nga baka meron kayong mga transfer of credits, while we do consider those, basta dapat hanggang 75% lang. And if you're found guilty of cheating, dishonesty, or you have been suspended for 1 year, or other cases, no, like yung mga sa ASH, against the ASH na act, no, we will check that out. And if you're found guilty, of course, hindi na kayo makukonsider sa Latin honors. Okay? All right, next. Okay, this was discussed. Hello. Yan. Discussed a while ago, So yung library, na-mention to ni Sir Joel kanina, counseling services, care of OSA, and then yan, yung student organizations kanina, no? You've met them, and I'm sure you're pretty much, you know pretty much yung gusto ninyang joinan na unit na student organization. So for other student support, no, UPOU help desk, we do have that at siya yung fresh desk. So sometimes when you email us, you will receive a ticket. We have that. And of course, we also have in chatbot. Have you tried yung chatbot, si Upeng? Yan. Access nyo lang siya sa UPOU website. So, okay. All right. The elephant in the room. Okay. I want to transfer to another CU. First year pa lang, first trimester, nagtatanong na magta-transfer na. Hindi pa tapos ang semester, ang trimester. Okay. Okay. Ang masasabi lang po namin, ang UPOU po is, we follow the trimestral calendar. So, while other CUs follow the semestral calendar. So, within the UP system, tayo lang po ang trimester, no? So this difference in the academic schedules may affect the timing and processing for transfers. So each CU and program maintains its own specific set of transfer requirements. So you need to contact them. Students who wish to transfer must directly coordinate with the program or the college that they would want to enroll in. So generally, transfer requirements include conditions such as minimum number of academics earned, units earned, and yung GWA. So specific na po to dun sa programa, dun sa kabila that you would want to transfer to. So students intending to transfer are strongly advised to carefully review the requirements of the receiving CU or program in order to plan your academic life accordingly. Okay. But, next, on other matter of academic overload, some students assume that by taking more courses than the prescribed load, kasi gusto na niyang matapos, mag-overload na lang ako para makatransfer na ako. Ganyan. We advise you not to do this because it usually does not end well. Hindi namin kayo tinatakot, but this is just a warning that studying in UPOU is not a joke. It requires a lot of reading. It requires a lot of dapat independent kayo. We will not hold your hand. So it requires a lot of discipline on your part. So we usually do not recommend and do not advise for you to overload, especially when you just came in, bago kayo, and we do not know your academic performance. So it's not that we don't trust you that you won't do well. It's just that this happens every year. So na-notice na namin yun. So we don't want you to be bogged down ng academic responsibilities too much. Okay. All right. Cross-enroll in courses outside of your curriculum. Outside of your curriculum, this is strongly discouraged. Kasi minsan, sa dami ng gusto ninyong i-take na course sa other programs, naapektuhan yung mismong program ninyo. So, wag na muna. Concentrate muna kayo on the enrolled program that you are in. Okay. So, also, please do not leave in the middle of the trimester. Meron kasing bigla na lang nawawala. Give it a try sa sa UPOU at least one trimester. Try nyo lang. Tapos then you reevaluate your life decisions and your academic decisions after at least one trimester. All right. But however, ito naman on a brighter side, you can create and follow a GE Plus, yung GE NSTP and PE based on a plan of study, minsan kasi sila na akala nila ang PE, ang NSTP ay kasama sa academic units. No, ang PE at saka NSTP po are non-academic. Although these are required for you to graduate, these are non-academic units. Hindi siya kasama sa pagbilang na sa GWA ninyo, no? Pero you need to complete these courses, PE and NSTP. Alright. Wait lang ha. In cases where students are not allowed or are not enrolled as regular students for a specific CU, they may be allowed to take required courses as non-regular students, no? Subject, of course, to rules and regulations ng specific CU. Meron namang nag-a-allow na other CUs for UPOU students to enroll, no? Pero subject pa yon sa rules nila. Okay? And also, if you're planning to file, to transfer to other CUs, you should file for LOA first here in the university. Okay. Alright, getting in touch the right way. Kasi sooner or later, you will be needing our help. So, knowing the best person to ask will do wonders in your academic life, no? It will make your lives easier, it will make our lives easier, and then, everybody happy. Okay. The best way to reach us is, the preferred way is generally through emails and tickets. And for your classes, you should reach out to your FICs through the My Portal and core sites, no? And for my MMS 100 students, nababasa ko yung mga messages nyo, ha? Huwag kayong mag-panic, huwag kayong maging anxious. Oo, I read those, at saka mag-open na tayo ng maraming modules. Gusto ko lang kasi i-introduce kayo slowly. Okay? Yon. Meanwhile, the worst is, this is to avoid, no? Generally, offline synchronous communication is difficult for us. Yung pupunta kayo sa offices without letting us know, this includes yung phone calls and dropping by in the office unannounced. It's not that we don't want to see you, hindi yon. It's just that yung mga taong kailangan nyo maybe hindi available or in another, they're in a conference, ganyan. So, the easiest way to contact us really is through email. Okay? And also, please avoid having other people like your parents, your guardians, your spouses, your secretaries, your EAs, your PAs, and your other As, kung ano man ito. Oo, transact on your behalf. Because we believe that these records, yung mga tinatransact namin sa inyo is for your personal use, and that's for your privacy, privacy yun eh. Oo. Data Privacy Act yun. So, baka makita ng nanay nyo na may 5 pala kayo. Sige, away kayo ngayon. So, it would be best na kayo mismo yung dumiretso sa amin, no? Alright. So, but before you contact us, yun nga, make sure that you have checked all the relevant sites and you have read all the things that you have needed to read. Yung handbooks and other documents, your course guide, academic calendar, yan. So, kailangan natin yan. And na-remind din tayo ni UR Blanca niyan kanina. So, just a brief run through helpful email tips. Summarize your concern in the subject line. Please avoid using urgent and important, because every email naman for us we treat as urgent and important. So, please avoid using that. Introduce yourself and your program. Include your student number, please. Use your student number, guys. Kasi minsan, you put your name, that's not the complete name, just your nickname. And then your surname, no? So, ang hirap naman manghula kung sino yon. Paano pag yung surname nyo De La Cruz? Ang daming De La Cruz. So, please put your student number, no? Memorize nyo dapat yan. Okay, guys? Student number. Yeah. Okay. So, and wait at least 48 hours before follow-ups. we are also people who need to sleep. So please email us mga after 48 hours. Yan. Okay? So, ito na, pag mag-email kayo, if your concern is regarding grades or course-related, so example, your concern is what is my grade, my standing in the course, when is the final exam, when can I take the quiz, can I take it sooner or later, I need some tutoring or clarification in the course or in the module, please, you can ask your FIC. Or your tutor or your advisor, no? You can find their contact information in the course site or in the course guide or in the study guide or in their announcements, no? It's all there. All right. For your concern on academic advising, what courses should I enroll? Can I enroll in more than more units than the prescribed for overloading or underloading? I need some information about the program for my work, ganyan. Please ask your program chair. Actually, wala ng PDA, so your program chair na lang. For BAMS, Dr. Benigno Agapito, you've met him. For ASIT, si Doc Rain. For AADDA, si Doc Shari. Okay? Next. Okay. So, if they are not available, pag hindi available yung mga program chairs natin, we have our program support. So, yan, for BAMS program support at upou.edu.ph. For ASIT program support at upou.edu.ph. And for AADDA program support at upou.edu.ph. Okay? Alright. But if your concern is about can I still be readmitted in the program or in UPOU for that matter? What is the status of my law application? Why was my drop application disapproved? Or is it approved? Ganyan. How can I apply for transfer of credits? You can email me at fics-secretary@upou.edu.ph. And then, ito nga, for request of documents, for your work, for example, scholarship, that requires a certain document for your direct TCG, TOR. I'm transferring for schools, I need my TOR. Of course, you need to contact the registrar's office, no? records@upou.edu.ph or records_support@upou.edu.ph. So for registration, again, if you're wondering if you're eligible to enroll, there's error in the assessment of my fees. Yan, I'm having issues with payment. I need to enroll late and have a valid reason. I would like to replace the course I enrolled with another course. Of course, OUR again, registration@edu.ph. Okay. Okay. Lastly, so yung mga miscellaneous ninyo, yeah, like I have lost access to my UP Mail and other accounts. That's tech support at upou.edu.ph. I want to apply for student loan sa OSA po, sa SLP at upou.edu.ph. And I would like to seek help managing my mental health issues. Of course, counseling at upou.edu.ph. So, all right, that ends my presentation for today. And I hope yung information that I have shared with you will help you navigate your academic journey in UPOU. And good luck. Good luck in your studies. Whew.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Meg, for the very helpful information. And before we proceed to the next part, let's just have a quick recitation. Ayan. I-start na natin ang recitation. What are the 3 platforms that you need to constantly check throughout your academic journey? And for the on-site, for those participating in Zoom, you can chat. What are the 3? What's the first one? AIMS. What's the second one? My Portal. And what's the last one? Email. So, yan, pare-parehas yan, no? Kailangan constantly nating chine-check. And last question before we proceed to the next part, what's one of the most important things that we need to put in our email?
Ayan, student number. Ayan. Okay, very good. Palakpakan natin ang ating mga sarili. Ayan. Ayan. Especially for our, and also our Zoom participants. Now, to give you the details of the Associate of Arts and Digital Design and Art program, here is Dr. Shari Eunice T. San Pablo. Dr. San Pablo is an artist, researcher, and assistant professor at the University of the Philippines Open University. She holds a straight PhD in Development Communication from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, and brings her background in multimedia studies to her current work exploring connections between humans, non-humans, technology, and spaces through art, research, and education. Let us know more about the AADDA program through Doc Shari by watching this video.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Associate of Arts in Digital Design and Art Student Orientation. I am Shari Eunice San Pablo, the current Program Chair of AADDA, and it is my pleasure to officially welcome you to the program. So, let's begin. AADDA is our associate program that builds your foundational knowledge and your practical skills in digital design and art. You will learn digital design principles and techniques, as well as the artistic concepts and practices. Everything runs fully online, so you can study wherever you are and on your own time. By the end of the program, you will have the skills to start working in the creative industry or continue to the Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Studies program here at UPOU. To be ready for those career paths, you must first acquire a definitive set of skills and knowledge. And that's where our program learning outcomes, or PLOs, come in. These describe what you are expected to know and be able to do by the time that you graduate. These outcomes set the very foundation for your studies and your professional journey as well. Let's now take a look at how the curriculum supports these objectives. To complete the program, you must earn 72 academic units. It includes 12 units of common courses, which are essential for building a solid foundation. Next, we have 27 units of concentration courses, and this is where you will get to hone your skills in specific areas of digital design and art. Additionally, there are 30 units of general education, or GE, courses, and these are designed to broaden your perspectives and enhance your critical thinking skills, which are invaluable in any field. Lastly, there are 17 units of mandated courses, including PE and NSTP. These are your required GE courses, and they build your core skills in thinking, writing, culture, science, and math, so that your design work has depth and context. There are no prerequisites, so you can take them early. And think of GEs as your creative fuel, helping you connect ideas, people, and real-world issues to your work. Next, we have the elective GE courses. Pick any 3 that fit your interests and goals. And these courses sharpen how you read society and culture, how you communicate ideas, and connect stories to your design work. Choose the ones that best support the kind of creative that you want to become. Next, we have the common courses. And in these common courses, you will develop more advanced language skills in both reading and writing. You will also practice creative and strategic thinking. You will also strengthen digital literacy for making responsible content. And you will also learn basic analytics to guide decisions with data. And together, they all support every project that you will do in AADDA. Next, you have the mandated courses, including Philippine Institutions 100 or PI 100, PE courses, and NSTP courses. These are your concentration courses. You start with MMS 100 and then you will build creative judgment in MMS 170, followed by production skills in text, audio, and graphics. And then you will also learn about new media art. Okay, now we have elective concentration courses. Choose any 3 to shape your path. Do you want UI UX? Then you should take MMS 150. Are you into motion and video? Then you should take MMS 175 or MMS 181. At the end of the day, you should pick what fits the work that you want to do. Let us now move on to the plan of study. A plan of study, or POS, is a suggested roadmap of courses that you can take each trimester until you finish the program. It shows which courses to take first, which ones have prerequisites, and how you can balance your load per term. We highly encourage you to submit your POS after every term because these help you track your progress, check the prerequisites, and choose the right courses for the next trimester. Now, the normal load for undergraduate students is 12 units. However, students can choose to take on less than the normal load. This can be a wise decision, especially if you are balancing other life commitments. The important thing is that it shouldn't hinder completing your degree within the allowed time frame. Now, if you're thinking about overloading, remember that it requires approvals. You'll need to seek approval from the dean through the program chair, and once it's endorsed, it will go to the office of the university registrar. So, make sure to plan your academic journey wisely and seek advice if needed. You might be wondering, what is the allowed time frame? You have a fixed number of years to complete your program at UPOU. This is your maximum residency. The maximum residency rule, or MRR, states that you have 7 years to finish the AADDA program. So, to stay on track, it helps to see how your courses can be paced each trimester, right? So with that in mind, let me show you a sample plan of study that you can adapt to your goals and your timeline as well. At a glance, this is the next 2 years of your life as an AADDA student. Here is a sample first year load at 12 units per term. Okay. If you plan to take courses offered by another faculty, such as UM 40, you need to seek permission from the program chair first. Okay. Now this is year 2, where you complete common courses while advancing through the multimedia courses. And I'm sure you have questions about prerequisites, enlistment, or substitutions, perhaps, as you make your plan of study. For quick guidance and frequently asked questions, you may visit the AADDA Fresh Desk. We use the AADDA Fresh Desk, which is an online help desk system where you can send inquiries about admissions, courses, technical issues, or student concerns. Think of it as your first stop when you need assistance. It also has a knowledge base with guides and frequently asked questions that might already answer your questions. Just remember that if you need help, the Fresh Desk is open 24/7. And then the program staff will get back to you during office hours. To access this, you will need to sign in using your UP mail. To get your UP mail, you will need to send an email to techsupport@upou.edu.ph. Make sure to mention that you are a UPOU student and that you are requesting for an @up.edu.ph email account. Next, it's also important to attach a scanned copy of either your Form 5 or your UP ID. This is a crucial step for them to authenticate your request. So, double check that your documents are clear and readable. Your UP email is your key to many university resources, so it's important to get it soon. We received questions from some of the students, and I will answer 3 of them today. First is, can we know more about the process of transitioning from ADDA to BAMS? You must first apply as a new student, so same process as first-time applicants, and finishing the program does not automatically enroll you in BAMS. Okay, so I hope that's clear. First, you need to finish the program, of course, the ADDA program, and then you apply as a new student in BAMS. Okay. Next, are there any specific software programs or applications that we are required to purchase or have access to for the arts program? You don't need to buy expensive software, although the faculty in charge of each course decides what tools will be used for the course. But generally, we rely on free or open source applications that you can easily access and install. If a course would benefit from licensed software, your FIC will let you know and usually suggest free alternatives as well. Okay. Now, last question is, are there academic advisors assigned to students whom one could consult from time to time? No. We do not assign individual academic advisors, so you might be wondering, how are we going to get guidance? Okay, so for program advising concerns, you may contact the ADDA program support at AADDA program support at upou.edu.ph. For course-specific questions, you should email your faculty in charge. For general help and frequently asked questions, then you should go to the ADDA Fresh Desk. For readmission or graduation evaluation, you may reach Ms. Gemma at the Faculty Secretary Support email. So that's fics.fsec.support@upou.edu.ph. For admissions, registration, enrollment, and student records, each of those have dedicated lines, so make sure to send your query to the right email for faster help. There are also emails for My Portal course access, email, and technical support. Okay, you can see that in the screen. And then for journals and Turnitin, you may contact the library. And then make sure to follow UPOU and FICS pages to stay updated on different events that we have. So we hope that these resources help you navigate your studies with ease. And as you begin your journey in the ADDA program, remember that student support is always available. So thank you, and again, welcome to the ADDA program.
All right, thank you, Doc Shari, for teaching us the ropes of the program. Now we will proceed to get to know more about another associate program, the Associate of Science and Information Technology, through Associate Professor Reynald Adrian D. Pugoy. Dr. Pugoy currently serves as the current director of the Information
knowledge and
All right. Dr. Pugoy currently serves as the current director of the Information and Communication Technology Development Office. He holds a PhD in Computer Science and Information Engineering from National Cheng Kung University in Taiwan and also completed a research fellowship in Anadolu University in Turkey. Dr. Pugoy has expertise in topics such as the application of AI in education, the development and management of e-learning platforms. Let us now welcome the ASIT Program Chair, Dr. Reynald Adrian Pugoy.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Hinahanap ko yung mga estudyante kong ASIT. And I counted, there are about 18 ASIT students online. I just counted in our Zoom. But I believe that the large majority are BAM students. And before I continue, apologies, I'm a little under the weather today, but I'm gonna do my best. Actually, I was also scheduled to talk about the ICTDO orientation earlier this morning, but I chose to speak for ASIT because I'm the only one who can speak about this. Yeah, so shout out to Joshua for delivering the ICTDO talk earlier this morning. So again, good afternoon, everyone. And I know that this can be a sleepy time for everyone. Sana hindi pa kayo inaantok. But I understand if you are indeed sleepy. All right, so again, I'm Dr. Reynald Pugoy. I am the program chair for the ASIT program. And this is copied and pasted from the ASIT website or the microsite. The ASIT program, it is a comprehensive educational pathway which we hope is really designed to equip the ASIT students with the foundational knowledge and practical skills that are necessary for a successful career in the dynamic and quickly changing world of IT. We know in Tagalog, mabilis tumanda ang teknolohiya. Just a few months, you know that technology can really get old that quickly. And about the ASIT program, I would like to say that this is a carefully crafted 72-unit program which covers the basics or the foundational principles surrounding IT. And just like what was discussed by Dr. Shari from earlier, this also follows the trimestral system. Again, remember that at UPOU, we have two different academic calendars, but for undergraduate programs, you follow the trimestral calendar. Baka minsan, makipag-away pa kayo sa FIC ninyo or sa PC na, bakit ganito yung kalendaryo, iba-iba? And then you're planning to shift, you're planning to transfer. Again, we are observing the trimestral calendar. And the kind of modality that we have here at UPOU, it's designed to accommodate working professionals, basically everyone. Everyone from different backgrounds, from different diversity, from those people with different learning needs. And I'm happy to take note that the faculty that we have here, not only for ASIT, but for the entirety of FICS are indeed accomplished and innovative educators and even with experiences from the industry. And we also make connections. We also have networks with our colleagues from the IT industry. And the program structure, again, I mentioned 2 years. Per year, we have 3 trimesters or 3 terms for a grand total of 6 trimesters. So if you want to graduate as soon as possible, then follow your plan of study. And again, we emphasize self-paced learning. Baka kasi ang iba sa inyo, this is applicable not only for ASIT but for all our programs. Baka nag-expect kayo na merong Zoom session. Hindi ganun. Yeah, don't expect that there will be live Zoom sessions, teacher talking to you, because again, we carefully design, we carefully craft our course sites, our learning material, so that you can be flexible, you can study anytime and anywhere. Okay? Baka kasi meron naman magreklamo sa set. Lalagay doon, hindi po nagpapa-Zoom session ng teacher. Hugot ba? Yeah, don't expect Zoom sessions again. But rest assured that we carefully craft, we carefully think what we teach you, what we teach our students. And going back to the ASIT specifics, we cover various IT areas such as programming, of course, databases, web development, networking, and even software engineering practices. And the potential career opportunities that we hope upon the completion of the program, you are prepared to enter the society, you are prepared to enter the workforce. Or kung gusto niyo pa mag-aral, you can go ahead. You can continue with BAMS or with other higher studies. And the possible career opportunities would be something like being a software developer, an IT specialist, web developer, or even a project associate. And this is the program overview. This is quite similar as well to what we have with AADDA. Now, I would say everything. We have GE courses, mandated result course, UPOU common courses, physical education, and NSCP, if I'm not mistaken. This is the same as AADDA, right? And you might be thinking, what are UPOU common courses? These are the required courses that are very specific to UPOU. Yeah, GE courses, general educational courses. There are required GE courses for a total of 21 units. And we also have elective GE courses in which you can choose 3 subjects. And we know that one subject is equivalent to 3 units. And we know by law you are required to take the result course. I also took that result course. Huwag niyo nang tanungin anong edad ko. And even NSCP, so on and so forth. Now, what makes ASIT different from AADDA would be these concentration courses. You are required to take all of these courses for a grand total of 24 units. And let me enumerate these important courses. Of course, you need to learn the fundamentals. That's why we have fundamentals of IT. And then MMS 140 would be a very mathematical leaning course, mathematics and multimedia, followed by 141, principles of programming. And I would consider this to be as one of the most important courses in ASIT. I mean, you're taking ASIT and you don't know how to program. You need to learn how to program. And that is followed by MMS 142, that is about internet technologies and web development. Followed by MMS, sorry for the sequencing error here, 144, principles of multimedia information management. This is about databases, about ERD, if you're familiar with that, entity relationship diagrams, so on and so forth. And that is followed by MMS 145, that is more on networking, understanding how to set up networks, how does the internet work. And then another advanced programming course that you have to take here is MMS 146. One of the programming paradigms is object-oriented programming. And another required concentration course would be MMS 149, software engineering and multimedia practice. So these are the required concentration courses. You also need to take an elective concentration course. Again, one subject is equivalent to 3 units, and it is up to you which one of these 4 you would like to take. MMS 130, ICT for development, MMS 143, multimedia computing, MMS 151, which I believe is required in AADDA, that is Web Accessibility and ENT 140. This is from FMDS, right? FMDS, another Faculty of Study, E-Commerce. And this is the suggested ASIT plan of study. I'm not expecting you to understand this right now, but at least you can take a picture of the URL, copy and paste that so that you can browse it later. This is the plan of study. Again, 3 terms per year. And again, I would highly encourage you to follow the plan of study to the letter. Sundin naman ninyo. And again, we discourage overloading, right? We discourage overloading, whatever your goals are. And yeah, there might be circumstances wherein you might need to underload, but again, try to be faithful to the plan of study if you want to graduate on time. Or if you have goals, if you have dreams. All right, and this is the ASIT faculty profile. And again, I'm proud to take note that my colleagues here are established, they are innovative, magagaling po sila. Our faculty combines strong academic expertise with real life or practical industry experiences, equipping students with both the theoretical know-how and practical insights, vital for future success in your respective IT careers. Yeah, and yours truly, I'm the program chair, and this would be the full-time faculty complement teaching the concentration courses. Yeah, we have Doc Ria, our beloved Dean, Dean Rob, Doc Diego, Sir LK, Ma'am Kat, Ma'am Mary, the dynamic MC, Ma'am Marie, who is on study leave. Ma'am Marie, Ma'am Cecil, both of them are on study leave. We also have Sir Al, Ma'am Blanca, our strong UR. I'm running out of adjectives, all right? Ma'am Joyce, who is also on study leave, and Sir Raz. And again, if you have any questions, before you ask, before you craft your email, may I ask you to check first the knowledge base and the freshness by going to, this is for ASIT, url.upou.edu.ph/ASIT-or-knowledge. Pwede bang ganon? Bago kayo mag-email sa kung sino man ang tech support ninyo or program support staff rather, mapabams ka, AADDA or ASIT, pwede magbasa muna tayo. Before you type the first letter of your email. You know what? We are like a broken record here because this is really important. Yeah, and as mentioned by my colleagues from earlier, we are, let me use this word, we are swamped by daily inquiries, and we may not to respond to you as early as possible, pero kung titingnan ninyo, nandun pala sa article, nandun pala sa knowledge base yung kasagutan na hinahanap ninyo. That is our encouragement, and well, let's say that you need guidance regarding your plan of study, you can email. Jerome is also my program support staff, and his email is asitprogramsupport@upou.edu.ph, and my PC email is asitpc@upou.edu.ph. Again, magbasa muna, baka naman bigla kayo mag-i-email sa akin agad-agad. Sir, bakit po hindi ko makita yung course site? Oh, please. Again, let's read. Or let's do our part, if you will. And some important reminders. Number 1, regarding academic prerequisites. Carefully review the prerequisites of your course before enrolling or registering. Kasi mangyari dyan, kung nag-enroll kayo at mali pala yung prerequisite, or hindi dapat ninyo in-enroll yon, mag-change mat kayo. And that can take time. Right, Ma'am, you are? Change mat can take time. Yeah. And that would also inconvenient you. Again, read the course prerequisites before enrolling through the AIMS portal. Sorry, I'm like a broken record here because at ICTDO, we also receive those inquiries. Sir, wala po kaming access sa course site. Kailan ka nag-change mat? Kahapon. Siyempre, hihintayin namin yung OUR to approve your change mat. We cannot do the adjustments ourselves. We need the endorsement of the OUR. All right, so I'm somewhat wearing my ICTDO director hat here. All right, second reminder, make every effort to pass your courses successfully. Again, if you want to finish on time, then of course you have to pass. And only consider dropping when it is indeed absolutely necessary. Because let's say even for BAMS, if you have dreams to become a laude, being underloaded because you drop certain courses might have an impact in your chances. Or let's say mag-drop kayo, sayang naman din yung pera, di ba? Tama ba? Hindi niyo na mababawi yung in-enroll ninyo? Tama ba? Kung meron mang ganun na involved doon. That's number 2. Number 3, academic calendar awareness. Our UR earlier presented the academic calendar, and also, aside from checking that, you also have to read the calendar set by your respective FICs. The course-specific calendar, like the deadlines of exams, deadlines of submission of grades, so on and so forth. Because you cannot say to the FIC, Sir, hindi ko po alam napasahan na po eh. Tapos pipilitin nyo mag-adjust yung FIC ninyo sa inyo. Hindi naman tama yon. Again, read everything. Read everything carefully. Number 4, this was mentioned already by the Chancellor earlier and by the other speakers. You have to develop a strong sense of discipline, a strong sense of self-directed learning skills. Studying at UPOU is like a walk in a park, Jurassic Park. Yeah, because dapat disiplinado ka. You also have to be wise in managing your time and also actively engaging with all the resources inside of your course sites. And again, do not expect that everything will be spoon-fed to you. Actually, hindi. Because we don't want you to be that generation of individuals who want everything to be spoon-fed to them. That is not the way to do things. Again, self-directed learning. And again, don't expect live Zoom sessions araw-araw or live Zoom sessions every week. Because again, that is not how majority of the FICs do things here. Siguro magpapa-live session lang sila kapag siguro once in a semester just to supplement your learning. But again, that is not the default. All right, that is not the default. Sorry, this should be live synchronous session. Sorry for the typo error. Yeah, everything here, majority here would be asynchronous, right? Asynchronous. And other reminders, I mentioned this earlier already about taking your course guide seriously. Course guide that is made available by your FIC at the start of your class during the first few weeks of the start of the semester. And I'd like to emphasize this, not knowing the rules, not knowing the policies is never an excuse to non-compliance. Huwag niyong sasabihin, hindi ko po kasi alam eh. Ha? Nagbabasa ka ba? Again, not knowing the policies does not excuse anyone from any non-compliant kind of action. And another reminder here, technical requirements, huwag niyo rin namang gawing excuse na, Sir, nawalan ako ng internet. Again, you are UPOU students, dapat meron kayong internet connection. Ensure that you have a reliable internet connection. You also have a computer and a laptop or a laptop with updated software and access to essential applications that can aid your learning journey. And also you have to learn to back up your files, right? Again, these are the basics, these basic technical requirements. And I like to wear my hat here as the ICTDO director. I would like to remind everyone to use the university systems responsibly. Again, what are the 3 main systems or platforms or tools that you need to know? Ano yung tatlong yun? AIMS, My Portal, and email or UP Google account. Again, only use them for official academic purposes. Huwag kayong mag-upload ng movie na dinalo ninyo from torrent. May torrent pa ba ngayon? Meron pa. Tapos ilalagay sa Google Drive. That is a clear violation of the acceptable use policy set by, not only by UPOU, but set by the UP system, by ITDC. Kasi sa bawat pag-upload nyo ng file na walang kinalaman sa pag-aaral ninyo, ay ninanakawan ninyo ang ibang estudyante na hindi nakapag-upload. And our digital resources are not unlimited. I would like to emphasize that. Hindi sila unlimited. Okay, so let us practice good stewardship of all our IT resources by using them ethically, academically, and professionally. And then I would also like to highlight, sinabi rin ni Sir Joshua kanina, huwag niyong gagamitin yung UP emails ninyo para mag-sign up sa Facebook. Because also, walang forever. Hindi forever din yung UP Google accounts ninyo. O ngayon, pag na-deactivate na namin ang UP Google accounts ninyo dahil nakagraduate na kayo at nakalimutan niyo yung password niyo sa FB ninyo, nga na lang. Tapos kukulitin niyo kami. Eh kaso nakagraduate na nga kayo. The reason why I'm telling that, because we encountered one instance, hindi ko napapangalanan kung sino siya. Ginamit niya yung kanyang UP Google account for his or her permanent residence application in Canada. Eh, nakagraduate na siya. I-deactivate ng UP Google account niya. Tapos kami pa mag-a-adjust. Again, we emphasize, never use your digital resources for personal purposes, for personal accomplishments or actions. Okay, I hope that I made my point very clear here. Number 2 reminder, we practice cybersecurity awareness. You are the first line of defense in keeping our digital campus, our beloved UPOU, secure. And cybersecurity is not only the responsibility of ICTDO, of FICS, of your PC, but it is everyone's shared responsibility. And number 3, we're like a broken record. Practice, honor, excellence, and service. And I'd like to add both online and offline. Whether may nakakakita sa inyo o walang nakakita sa inyo, always practice honor, excellence, and service. Diba? That is the way to do things. And I'd like to remind everyone, just a shameless plug, because I know that you are officially UPOU students. This month, we are actually celebrating the Cybersecurity Awareness Month. It's every October of every year. And for this year, we have the theme, Fortifying Our Digital Campus. This coming Thursday, we're gonna have our first webinar. And this is for everyone's education, for everyone's information, no payment required, just attend. You can also invite your friends, your family members, your enemies to attend. This is open to the public. You can just browse from our website, and we also posted the corresponding announcement on my portal. And ang gusto ko ditong i-emphasize, we are also conducting this reel making contest. The left ad, the left image. Again, if you are a UPOU student, and you are, right? And you want to win some prizes here, then might as well you join our reel making contest. Yeah, the challenge here, create 30-second to 1-minute vertical reel that highlights online safety, scam awareness, digital responsibility, or being a smart netizen. Tingnan niyo yung cash prize. Kung gusto niyo manalo ng cash prize, ayan, kung gusto mag-isa kayo o gusto niyo may mga kasama kayo paghati-hatian ninyo, you can do that. All right. So again, we implore everyone to participate in our Cybersecurity Awareness Month because as we always say, dapat UPOU students ang pinaka cybersecurity literate sa buong bansa. Right? Because we are a fully online university. It doesn't make sense if we are not digitally or cybersecurity literate. And with that, all the best to ASIT students, not only to ASIT students, but for BAMS and AADDA students. And we all look forward to supporting your journey toward a rewarding career in IT. And with that, thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much, Doc Rain, for your presentation and ICTDO reminders. And again, before we proceed to the next part, again, isang palakpak naman para sa atin. Ayan, tumingin sa kaliwa, batiin ang welcome to FICS. Tingin sa kanan, welcome to FICS. Okay. Next in our list is the Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Studies, also known as the BAMS program. Our BAMS PCs joining us today on site, Dr. Benigno B. Agapito Jr. to get us started with the orientation we need. Dr. Benny is a media studies educator, filmmaker, journalist, and creative writer known for his innovative approach to education and the arts. As a progressive curriculum developer, he champions creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills in media education. His experience as a filmmaker and screenwriter enriches his teaching, blending real-world insights with academic rigor. Dr. Benny is also a member of CHED's Regional Quality Assessment Team for Multimedia Arts, Humanities, and Communication, contributing to the enhancement of educational standards. Now, let us all welcome Dr. Benny to introduce you to the BAMS program.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Mary. Okay, musta na po kayo? So I guess I'm the last speaker. Okay, sana makinig pa rin kayo. Okay, now, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to UPOU, to our freshmen, BAMS freshmen of 2025. Welcome to the BAMS program, and we are excited to have you join the vibrant learning community of creator, innovator, and critical thinker. And be ready to explore this dynamic world of multimedia, and be ready to, to design your future with creativity and innovation. Okay? So, nothing to worry kasi lahat tayo dito bago. So we are all batch in the BAMS program. Kasi bago din ako sa BAMS. So magkakabatch lang tayo. Okay? Mga bata pa tayo, wala pa akong hair. Okay. Okay, now let's start with our presentation. Okay, now before we go through with our presentation, okay, I would like to give you first some introduction about the BAMS program. Now, the UPOU BAMS program is the very first fully online undergraduate program in the Philippines. This is actually designed to equip our students with creative, technical, and critical skills in multimedia. Now, it also offers a flexible and interdisciplinary curriculum that integrates media theory, digital design, communication, and production, which basically allow our learners, students, to explore various forms of media such as animation, web design, interactive content, IT, and video production, among others. Okay, through innovative online learning, the BAMS program prepares our students to become dynamic multimedia practitioners, storytellers, and professionals ready for today's rapidly evolving digital landscape. So yun ang pinaka-overview ng ating program. So by the way, I have 52 slides here. So meron na lang tayong nalalabing ilang minuto. So I will just discuss it partially because I know that some of the key points of my presentation has already been discussed and discussed completely and partially by our previous speakers. So medyo may mga naulit lang. So iraran ko na lang siya. Okay, next slide please. Now, before anything else, let's have a video presentation first. Papanoorin muna natin. In this audiovisual presentation, we invite you to explore how BAMS combines creativity, technology, and critical thinking to shape future multimedia professionals. Now, let's take a closer look at the program, its unique features, and the exciting opportunities it offers.
True to the nature and essence of distance learning education, which UP Open University is a pioneer of within the country, the Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Studies, or BAMS, was first offered in the year 2000. Reserved for students with queries or requests that existing articles cannot answer. There are also additional virtual facilities that cater to specific student needs. Senior BAM students, for example, utilize two websites crucial to accomplishing their special projects. One, AdCom for advisor bookings, and two, the repository for archiving purposes. It is through the symbiotic relationship of faculty, student body, and online facilities that university-led workshops and activities can flourish despite the absence of day-to-day physical interactions. Just last April 2023, the vision of a 12-week-long hybrid learning experience for exploring wearable technology came to fruition with the Wearable Futures Hackathon. Apart from participating in campus-led activities, several exemplary students go on to achieve critical acclaim across various academic spaces by participating in nationwide and international programs. BAMS graduates excel across diverse industries because they are equipped with comprehensive knowledge in multimedia technologies and adept at articulating theoretical foundations and its societal impacts. They possess skills in hardware operation, software development, multimedia content creation, and contribute to research and development. Additionally, they stay current with emerging trends, protocols, and procedures, ensuring their capability to navigate evolving practices. With another year ascending upon the horizon, the BAMS program reaffirms its continued dedication to improving itself to better serve its students and, as a consequence, the nation. It is currently undergoing program improvements in coordination with the Center for Open and Digital Teaching and Learning. On the other hand, current students enhance personal and academic growth through internships and studying abroad. The university facilitates this by fostering connections with leading industry players in global universities. In fact, several BAM students are nominated for the Move Up Student Exchange Program in universities like Hanam University in South Korea, and Sophia University and the University of Tsukuba in Japan. As a vision for a cutting-edge multimedia program is realized, so too is a mission to produce talented multimedia practitioners that embody our university's time-honored words: honor and excellence. Muli, lagit lagi para sa bayan.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Now actually everything is already there. Nasa video na, but I'll give you some significant points specifically to those things. Okay? Now for our total number of enrollees we have this trimester, first try 2025, we have 1,294. New freshmen is 410. These are the transferees. Then managed by one program chair and two program staff support. Andy will be in charge of the academic transactions of BAMs. Then Tin will be in charge of the MMS 200. So if you have some academic concerns about those matters, you can just easily contact them through our press desk. Okay? Then the BAMS program actually managed by, of course, our Dean, Dr. Roberto B. Figueroa Jr., our faculty secretary, Assistant Professor Margaret Suarez, of course, myself as the PC, BAMS PC, and we have two BAMS program support, si Andy, Maria Andrea Budanyo, and of course, Miss Teen, Christina Faye Pisimo, siya yung in charge sa MMS 200. Okay, next slide. 52 to ha, kaya bibilisan ko na lang. 52 slides. Anyway, okay. Okay. Then here is a brief background of the BAMS program. So our intention here, the program's learning objective is for us to be able to produce graduates who are knowledgeable in multimedia, information and communication technologies, articulate in theories, philosophies and their social impact on multimedia, skilled in hardware, operation, and software development, then able to create multimedia knowledge products, contributes to research and development in multimedia, and of course, to keep up with emerging trends, protocols, and their practical implications. And for our BAMS curriculum, as you can see there, it's already included in the video that you need to complete all in all 142 academic units before you can earn the degree of the Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia Studies, okay, ranging from media, computation, society, and technology. Then you have 14 non-academic units, 6 units of NSTP, and 8 units of physical education. Okay, it was already discussed in the previous discussions we have by our previous resource speakers. So there are 3 main systems in UPOU. So you have to be familiarized with that. My portal, AIMS, email. Okay. Now, just to give you a background on itong Fresdes, because this is the primary tool that we use if you want to transact academic matters. Okay? Because yung ating BAMS Fresdes, although that you can email our BAM support directly, but we would encourage you to transact your academic needs, kung ano man yung needs nyo, via BAMS Fresdes. Sino yung mga naandito? 3 kami. Ako, then the 2 BAMS program support. Now, ang ating BAMS Fresdes, ito yung support and knowledge-based ticketing system natin. So UPOU's BAMS program actually uses Fresdes as a ticketing-based student support system. Now, this particular platform allows students to submit queries ranging from different contexts of academic transactions. And if you want to get responses from us directly, specifically from our BAM support, so kailangan nyo talagang mag-transact via that particular platform because it aggregates, ito yung mga frequently asked questions. Nandun na po nakapost siya. You just click it. Nandun na siya. Baka yung mga tanong nyo, nandun na rin siya. So you can just read it. Okay? So the student can search common issues. Kasi naka-thematic na po siya doon. Okay? At mabilis po kami sumagot doon sa platform na yon. Then why is it that we are encouraged you to transact your business via a Fresdesk? Kasi this is for centralization purposes. Okay? Kasi baka transact nyo sa akin tapos na-transact nyo dun sa BAM support, maulit-ulit lang tayo. So we are only entertaining one particular transaction per student at a time. So kaya we would encourage you to transact it via BAM's Fresdesk. And this is also for documentation reason. Kasi kailangan din namin to for quality assurance. Because this is for immediate responses and solutions to student academic requests and concerns. Okay? Then yung ating BAMS planner naman, paki-move na yung slides natin. Sige pa. Okay? Pakibalik lang. Dun sa Fresdesk. Yan. Sige, isa pa. Okay? So nakikita nyo dyan, naka-enumerate na doon. So you just click it, then makikita nyo na doon yung mga specific frequently asked questions na baka may commonalities, then you can just find it there. Okay, nandyan siya lahat. Then next slide. Yan. Ito yung ating BAMS program handbook. Nandun din siya. You can just download it. Okay, next slide. Okay? Now, this is very important. Ito yung tinatawag nating BAMS planner. Now, we have already a newly approved BAMS planner. In-enhance pa namin to for your transaction to be easily resolved. Okay? Now, what is the purpose of the BAMS planner? Ang BAMS planner natin is really very helpful. This is a helpful tool which is basically designed to guide you, BAMS students, in planning your academic journey. So dito namin nakikita lahat ng transactions nyo. Okay? Example, kung ilang units ka, kung ilan na yung napasa mo, ilan yung naiiwan nyo, dito ko siya nakikita lahat sa BAMS Planner. At kayo din na monitor nyo yung mga needs nyo pa kung anong i-enroll at kung ano yung ipaprioritize nyo. Okay? Now, this particular planner provides you a clear overview of the program, specifically program structure. Kasi nandito lahat yung mga offerings, recommended course sequences, and important milestone, making it easier for you to track your progress in the BAMS program. Dito yung nakikita yung progress sa BAMS program. So nakikita nyo siya, yan, paki-move sa next. And one thing more, we are requiring you to submit it every term. So dito ako natatagalan na nag-respond sa inyo with your needs because I need to get your updated POS, which is a requirement in the registration. So bago kayo mag-register, dapat approve ko yung inyong POS. So ang tawag doon POS. Kasi may mga estudyante na you submitted your POS, later on, hindi nyo pala nakuha yung linagay nyo doon. So you need to revise it. Lalo na if you're applying for underloading and overloading. So we will not be, we are not going to approve your request for underload and overload not unless your POS is updated. Okay? Yun ang number one requirement. Saka para hindi ma-delay yung inyong request, kindly provide us with the three important requirements for underload and overload. 1, updated POS. 2, letter addressed to the dean, kay Dean Rob. Then no need to send it directly to him kasi yung letter na yung requirements lang, then i-check ko yung justification mo. Why is it that there's a need for you to request for overload and underload? Then pag nakita ko valid siya, i-approve ko siya bago siya mapunta sa faculty secretary and approval from the dean. Okay? So clear? Okay, next. So yun, ang nakikita nyo yan po yung BAMS planner na tinatawag. So dyan naka-indicate if you have missing courses, your courses have been taken or not. Makikita nyo siya dyan. Okay, via the color, past, planned, and missing. Okay? Okay, so yan. Then next one, yung My Portal. So na-discuss na to, no need to discuss it further. But to just give you an overview, yung ating My Portal is the official online learning management system of UPOU. Now, it serves as your virtual classroom. Ito yung virtual classroom nyo where students access course materials, participate in the discussions, submit assignments, and communicate with your faculty in charge and teacher nyo and classmates. It is also a key platform for managing and supporting students' online learning experience. Okay, next. Okay, now this particular academic calendar is ida-download nyo na lang siya. Nandun siya sa FICS website. So you just click yung first trimester of school year 2025-26. So dito nyo nakikita yung mga important deadlines like start of the classes, yung midterm nyo, yung exam nyo. Dito nyo rin nakikita kung kailan yung deadline ng submission ng faculty ng grades nyo. So kindly update yourself with this calendar. Dito rin naka-indicate yung validation exam, lalo na po dun sa mga mag-a-apply ng TOC. Ito yung transfer of credits. Nakalagay yan sa calendar. Kasi binibigay lang siya once every term. Okay? Pag nakalagpas ka doon, mag-aantay ka ng another term to apply for transfer of credits. Okay? Next. Okay? Here are the most frequently asked questions. So, ang tanong, I have a BAMS related question. Where should I go? So you go to the BAMS press desk. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. No need to email me or to email the BAMS support. Go directly to the press desk. Kasi lagi namin yan chine-check every day. Kung may mga pending transaction from the students. All related academic concerns, dito nyo siya padadaanin. Okay? Kasi meron siyang ticket number. Okay? Okay, next. What is my class schedule for this trimester? So at UPOU, we do not have a class schedule. Okay, kasi on pace tayo. Okay? So walang class schedule. Next. What academic resources and support services are available for students? So you guys go to the website of the library. Meron din tayong UPOU network. So you can access available OERs there. Saka yung mga educational media materials. By the way, for the BUMS program, baka makalimutan ko, our studio in the world-class multimedia production building will be your official laboratory. So, but it's not a requirement kasi nga ODEL tayo, online learning, or ang modality natin is online. So you are not required to make use of that laboratory. But if you want, you just send us an email to schedule para yung production nyo maganda. Okay? Galing na mismo yun kay Chancey Joan, yung chancellor natin, na gagamitin na siya ng BAMS as the official laboratories. Okay? Nagkaroon na rin ako ng synchronous class with my MMS 102. So magkakaroon kami ng ng on-site meeting para ma-tour ko din sila dun sa multimedia center para kung gusto nilang i-reserve na gagamitin. Importante ang reservation kasi ginagamit po yon for the production of our OERs in the UPOU. So para hindi kayo magsumabay dun sa schedule, dapat naka-plot yung schedule niyo. So we have 3 major studios there. Isang malaki at dalawang medyo malaki. Saka meron tayo dun small rooms for audio recording. So pwede niyo siyang gamitin. Okay? Then are the health and counseling services provided for distance learning? So it was already addressed by the OSA this morning. Next. Okay, what is a faculty in charge? What is a faculty in charge or FIC? So yung ating FIC, as you can see there, okay, hindi ko na makita, malabo na mata ko. So dito na lang ako titingin. Okay? Okay. Now, your FIC actually prepares the course guide. So, nandun yan sa course guide nyo, assignments, resources, and the tutor's guide and marking scheme. Then your FIC also prepares the online course site or the virtual classroom on my portal. Now, he or she handles the tutorial of students of the course, prepares and submit exam, then makes the summative assessment, examinations of all students enrolled in the courses, and at the same time computes the final grades of the students. Okay, next slide. Okay, then how will the FICs teach their students? So just to give you an overview, your FIC facilitates the learning through my portal. Sila po ang nagpa-facilitate there. Then they are the ones who guide discussions, provides feedback and assessment sa inyo, then communicate regularly, then at the same time encourage self-directed learning. So yun ang mga main functions ng ating FICs. Okay, next slide. How does the grading system work and what are the academic policies on provision or honors? Na-discuss na to ni Ma'am Meg a while ago, so no need to discuss it. Okay, next. Okay, what is a tutor? Now, usually the tutor provides feedback in online learning activities, especially to the big classes. Sa mga big classes, huge classes natin, nag-assign tayo ng mga tutors. Now, these tutors are not your FIC. Okay? They are actually go hand in hand with your FICs to facilitate the markings of your activities. Okay? So, baka magtaka kayo na ang teacher ko si ganito pero iba ang nagmamark. Kasi may mga assigned tutors sa mga academic activities natin in every course that you have. Okay? Then they are also the ones marking your assignment. Sila ang nagmamark na. Okay, next. Okay, what does courses offered on a carousel basis mean? Okay, so next. Now, originally, our major courses, yung mga production courses, are only offered once in every academic year. But due to the demand of the students, and in order for us to be able to have at least a more flexible design of your POS, and at the same time to at least avoid yung petition, kasi ang mga estudyante din ng BAMS, nagpipetition sila to this particular course to be offered on this specific time. Kasi originally, ino-offer lang ang production courses once in every academic year. So pag na-miss mo siya, you're going to wait for one cycle. So kung ino-offer siya ng first try, na-miss mo siya, wala ka ng pag-asa for this academic year. So you have to wait for another academic year for you to take it. So di ba napakabigat sa part ng mga bata. And to make it more flexible, para to give you at least the chance na makuha mo siya in an academic year, nag-propose kami, dinesign siya ni Sir Al, dyan Sir Al sa likod nyo, dinesign namin that selected courses be offered now twice in every academic year. Kaya kung makikita nyo dito, pakipan lang. Sige pa. Sige pa. Okay. Ay. Yung isa pa. Iba yung slide to. Pakimove pa tin. Sige pa, yung may mga courses offered. Ay, wala ka dyan. Oh, wala. Wala na ba, Tin? Hindi nakasama. Anyway, okay. Now, just to give you a background na lang, originally kasi, ang ino-offer lang namin for first trimester ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 courses. At ito lang ino-offer for every trimester. As you can see there, medyo maliit lang, itong first column on your extreme left, ito yung original course offering. Now wherein our major and production courses are just being offered once every academic year. Now, yung nasa middle, yan yung proposal namin to offer it in all terms. Pero hindi muna. Nag-experiment muna kami on your extreme right. Yung pinakadulo. So yan, yung mga selected production courses lang na nagsimula kami just this term. Na ang in-offer na namin, yung mga courses, wherein i-offer na namin siya ng twice in every academic year. Originally, 16 lang, pero now, kung makikita nyo doon, yung mga additional courses na in-offer namin ay kagaya ng MMS 141, ino-offer lang siya ng second trimester pero i-offer na namin siya ng twice every first and the third. Similar with your MMS 170. Originally, ino-offer lang siya ng third. Pero i-offer na namin siya yung may kulay orange. Ang orange yan, yan yung additional offerings of the same course. Kung makikita mo dito sa extreme left, ino-offer lang yung 170 every third trimester. But this term, in-offer na namin siya ng first try. So dalawang beses niya i-offer. Similar with MMS 172. Ino-offer lang siya ng third trimester, but this time, i-offer na siya ng first try and third trimester. The same with 175. Okay? Ino-offer lang siya ng first try, pero this time, i-offer na siya ng second try. So parehas na siya. Kasi originally, yung courses ng BAMS na ino-offer lang for three terms and one school year are MMS 100. Ito yung ino-offer every term nung sa original scheduling namin. MMS 100, MMS 101, MMS 102, then MMS 200. So apat lang. Ino-offer siya ng every term and one academic year. Okay? Pero now, in-offer na namin siya ng twice in every academic year. Now, the reason for that is to avoid at to distribute yung number of students and to reduce yung bigger and huge classes. Kasi di ba mahirap din matuto pag medyo malaki ang klase. Kaya pag nag-offer kami ng twice, mali-lessen yung number of students, then at the same time, madidistribute natin yung enrollees sa dalawang terms in one academic year. Okay, magta-time na. So marami pa akong slide. Anyway, sige. Next. So yung iba naman dito na-discuss na eh. When will my grade be released? Nasa academic calendar po siya. Check nyo na lang. Next. Can I transfer to another program in university? Of course. Academic freedom yan. But be prepared for the process. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Meg, ang mga CUs natin, magkakaiba kami ng modality ng offering ng semester or trimester. So, madidelay lang kayo sa processing kasi natapos na tayo dito but other CU hindi pa. Or vice versa. Tapos na, hindi pa tayo tapos, sila tapos na. So, medyo magkaiba. Kaya mahirapan kayo dun sa processing ng documents. Okay, next. What are some instances that a student of the UPOUR need to go to the UPOU HQ? Now, basically, you are not required to be here, except for some important institutional events like this one. So, nandito kayo, or graduation, nandito kayo. But for some other reasons, like may mga FICs na nag-assign ng on-site meeting. Kagaya ni Sir Al, meron siya, I think, once or twice in every term na nagpapa-on-site siya. Ako din, this term, magpapa-on-site din ako. Pero scheduled naman siya. Pero it's not a requirement. It's an hybrid. So those students who could not afford to go directly to the on-site, you can just access it via online. So hybrid naman tayo. Okay, next. Are students allowed to stay overnight in the academic residences? Yes. So, but I don't know the reservation. So siguro ask nyo na lang kung sino yung in charge sa pag-reserve ng AR. But yes, nag-accept sila doon ng mga students. Okay, na mag-overnight. Okay, next. Any tips to survive in UPOU? So yun, sinabi natin ni Ma'am UR, ni Ma'am Blanca, aral lang. So para mag-survive. Okay, next. What do I need to do to make sure I graduate? So you follow your POS. Yun lang po yun. I-follow nyo siya, wag kang mag-deviate from that, graduate ka. Nadidelay lang kayo kasi hindi nyo sinusundan yung POS nyo. Okay? Okay, so next. Okay, what career paths can I pursue after being BAMS? Of course, nakalagay dyan, you can be a media specialist, information specialist, knowledge specialist, communication specialist, knowledge manager, and of course, sa creative industry. Okay? So, tawag nito, napaka in demand po ng multimedia graduate sa creative industry. Okay? Hindi kayo pahindian. So, dun sa dati kong university, 100% ang aming rate when it comes to job opportunities. Walang nababakante. Okay? So, sure ako dyan. Tsaka malaki ang kita ng multimedia artist. Sinasabi ko yan sa inyo. Kasi ako tumatanggap din ako ng mga projects. Okay? Lalo na pag ang kumuha sa inyo ay gagawa kayo ng isang video ng isang politician. Na-hire na ako dati, share lang. Na-hire na akong mataas ang bayad sa multimedia artist pag na-assign ka to come up with a video material for politician. Ang taas niya, grabe. Alam mo kung bakit kinukuha nila yung mga fresh graduate? Kasi ito pa yung medyo mababa ang rate. Kaya instead of getting professional practitioners, they go for BAMS graduate, nakagagraduate lang kasi mababa pa ang rate. Pero ang taas ng offer. Kahit mababa ang rate, mataas pa rin ang offer. Pwede kayong kumita ng milyon. Lalo na pag pinagawa ka ng isang video niya about himself para magpakilala sa voters, tapos kung ano-ano pang video, kikita ka na malaki. Okay? Okay, next. Okay, for our contact details. So, nandyan siya. So, nakastate din to sa aming FICS website. Okay, next. Okay, now this particular statement came from Professor Emeritus Alexander G. Flor. There will be no hand holding from the dean, the secretary, the program chair, nor your professors. Consider further that you are under an undergraduate program when independent thought is the hallmark of progress. Celebrate your independence. Okay? Now, meron din akong last word. Okay? Now, napaka-powerful po ng multimedia as a profession. Because multimedia is not just a tool. Okay? But multimedia is a catalyst for innovation and social transformation. Hindi lang yon, catalyst din siya ng empowerment. Okay? Lalo na if you want to empower yourself. Okay? Napaka-powerful ng multimedia as a tool. Okay, thank you very much and good afternoon.
All right.
science or just for mere grades, no? Pero we want, of course, to show what we have learned in that course. All right? So next question. This is again related about the org, so kindly check our site. Okay, early submission or completion of the module can lead to higher grades. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll answer this question also, but we have our faculty also if you want to add. Early submission, the grading scheme depends on each faculty, but not necessarily that if you have an early submission or if it's a lengthy output, it means it's all going to be a higher grade. So again, it's very important to read the guidelines, read the instructions for each activity, for each module. For on-site participants, do we have questions? You can simply raise your hand if you suddenly think of a question, so our admin staff will approach you. But while there are no on-site, let me read a few more questions. All right, I think this is an interesting question. Paano po namin ide-defend sarili namin if we get accused of fully using AI for our coursework if we didn't use them in the first place? I think I will pass the mic to Dr. Rain, to our AI expert.
Masyadong advance mag-isip nito ah. Well, the quickest answer would be it depends on the FIC. Because again, we have academic freedom here. The way that I'm gonna deal with that may be different from how you or Blanca will deal with that. How I deal with that might also be different from how Doc Benny will deal with that. So again, it depends on the FIC. So I cannot speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. Yun lang.
Thank you, Dr. Rain. So, for CWATs, how hard would it be to complete the course if there are no other fellow UPOU students near me? So let me repeat the question. How difficult would it be to complete the course for CWATs if there are no UPOU students near me?
Hello, hindi, mahirap siya, pero kailangan mo makipag-group. I think, should be a member of a group. Kasi, NSTP activities naman can be conducted in a hybrid format. So, some of them are online, but then again, some of them are works in the community. So, dapat may group ka. Kapag wala kang group, kailangan mo makipag-group. Hindi ina-accept sa CWTS ang individual projects. Yun lang, I think. Magsusurvive ka dun sa ganungan.
And yung CWATs kasi, it's designed also to check how you deal or how you work with others. So, yung how you communicate with your group mates, kasama po yun. Kaya siya community service. So we don't want you to be alone in that course. So you need to interact with other institutions, with other individuals. So it's highly encouraged na group work siya. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Meg and Ma'am Rhoda, for answering that question. For AADDA po or any other associates program, can we get ladderized to other CU programs relevant to media arts? If so, do we get admitted in third year or back to first year po? Or para lang po talaga siya sa BAMS?
For specifically for AADDA and ASIT, it's specifically ladderized for BAMS. It was designed for BAMS na program, no. If they want to explore other CUs, yung other bachelor programs ng other CUs, they should check what the requirements of that specific program that they're interested in. Doon po ninyo malalaman kung po pwede at kung accepted yung programs nun sa UPOE. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Meg. Currently, there are still no on-site questions, so I'll be answering 3 more questions online. Again, if you still have some clarifications, it's important to visit your respective program websites. If there are still questions, you may reach out to your respective program support. Okay, do we have an advisor or a course advisor?
You have a program chair. So everything that is and anything that happens to you within the program, your program chair should know. Anything that you request, it usually passes through your program chair. So, and then for BAMS kasi you have your MMS 200 advisor. Pero that's towards the the end of your academic journey in your program. Yun.
Thank you, Ma'am Meg. Are there, this is for the BAMS program. Are the career opportunities after BAMS limited to just jobs that give you less creative freedom, and are the assignments and such limited to theoretical matters? Or are assignments more of the creative outputs? So that's one question here in Zoom.
Okay. Now, basically, yung structure talaga ng BAMS is theoretically done. But there are also production courses wherein you have to apply those theories that you have learned dun sa mga theoretical courses. Okay? So, there are courses na nagre-require talaga ng creative output. Okay? Kagaya dun sa mga classes ko. So, ang requirements ko talaga is creative output. So, it's either graphic design, video output, animation, okay, or interactive media. So, may mga ganong requirements.
Okay, thank you, Doc Benny. Will all students be having official UPOU email? Okay.
UP emails po. up.edu.ph.
Okay, so when we say UP email, it's at up.edu.ph. The reason why I'm saying that baka yung iba sa inyo nako-confuse with at upou.edu.ph. At upou.edu.ph is only reserved for employees, but for everyone, for students, again, at up.edu.ph. So I hope that settles the score. Thank you.
Kaya din yun ang bibigay sa inyo kasi it opens up the opportunities that you can have sa UP system. Kasi meron pong mga ino-offer ang UP system na iba't ibang benefits sa lahat ng UP students across the CUs. So dahil po dun sa up.edu.ph na email, maa-access nyo po yun. Okay po? Thank you.
Okay. For the last question, as UPOBU student, are we allowed to enter other UP campuses? And when can we get our ID, or when will we know if our ID is available? You are Blanca will be answering those questions.
The ID is released as centralized yung pag-release niya. So we have to wait for the UPDX to release the ID. So please wait for a further announcement regarding the student IDs. Thank you po.
Regarding campus access, yes, welcome na welcome po tayo sa lahat ng UPCUs. Meron mga kilalang mga estudyante, tinur na nila yung buong Pilipinas, lahat yata ng UPCU, binisita na nila. Welcome po tayo doon.
Okay, thank you, Dean Rob and UR Blanca. Thank you to our faculty secretary and program chairs for giving us the time to entertain everyone's question. So if ever your question was not read for today, again, kindly visit your respective program sites. If you still have questions, you may reach out to the email addresses presented earlier, depending on your concern. So we request our students to channel your questions properly. Now please take a look at the slide flashed on your screen for all our future announcements. Please don't forget to like and follow our Facebook page. You may also visit our website at fics.upou.edu.ph. We'd also like to take this time to ask you to evaluate our event. Ayan. Please see the QR code and the link in the slide to reach our evaluation form. So of course, we give importance to your opinions, to your feedback. So kindly take a picture or kindly scan the QR code presented on screen. So for our online participants, you are very much highly encouraged to also give your feedback. Now I would like to invite everyone for a photo opportunity. For our online participants, you can open your cameras, fix your setup for a bit. For our on-site, please kindly stay in your places as our official photographer adjusts to take our picture. Again, for our online attendees, you may open your cameras and share your best smile. May we request for everyone to come in front para let's occupy the seats. Ayan. Again, this is going to be the last part. So let's just make sure na walang empty seats for those who are participating on site. Ayan. Para hindi po kayo makat, no, dun sa picture. And for our online participants, again, you can open your cameras so that we can also grab a picture and see your beautiful smiles. Okay? All right, let's take a picture. Ayan. For our admin staff, you can also join the picture. For our students, say FICS again. Welcome everyone to FICS. Now, let's hold our smiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. Hold our smiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. A big thank you to our FICS working team for putting this orientation together. Heading the team is Dean Rob. And can we give a round of applause for Dean Rob? From Ma'am Myra, Ma'am Meg, yours truly, Miss Gemma, and the rest of the team who made sure all the administrative and program needs were covered. Thank you also very much to Codtel, yan, who assisted us throughout this event, no? And maagang nandito para lang ma-set up and to have this hybrid setup. And of course, our ICTDO, ayan, earlier we asked for assistance regarding the internet and their response were quick, ayan, sila, ayan, our ICTDO. Ayan. Again, thank you, no, everyone. On behalf of the whole FICS working team for the 2025 student orientation, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us in this event. Welcome to UP, welcome to FICS. That will be all, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Keep safe, pag-uwi. Bye.